Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Norio Suzuki, the head minister of this temple. I think there are some new people coming here, so I try to speak as kind of understandable as possible. Yeah, okay. So today's topic is about the secret truth of happy science as an advanced religion. This is the first part. And the second part, we watched Master Ryuko Okawa's one of the early lecture, half of them, like 30 minutes. Okay. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Sorry. Okay. I must go skip. Okay. So first I talk about 3 secrets about happy science as an advanced religion. One is about the founder of this religion, who is Master Ryuho Okawa. Sometimes he was called Buddha. Then the secret about the teachings, the Buddha truth, we call it, but sometimes it is called Dharma, which is from the Indian language, Old Indian language. And then secret about the order. Order means happy science. It is sometimes called Sangha. Sangha is a group of disciples who make up this organization. Okay. So firstly, I talk about the secret of the founder, Master Ryuko Okawa, in this photo, you can see. Okay. He started happy science in 1986, but before, 5 years before that, he experienced something great. In July 1981, the treasure house of my subconscious opened, and my hidden consciousness, Gautama Siddhartha, Shakyamuni Buddha, spoke austerely and ardently on the mission of spreading Buddha's truth. He was a reborn of Buddha. Master Ryuho Okawa is a reborn of Shakyamuni Buddha. It's very astounding fact, truth. And he means a Buddha. He also told me that I was a spiritual being named El Cantare, the core consciousness of his soul group, El Cantare. And then he also told me the El Cantare's mission is to bring salvation to all humankind through spreading Buddha truth. Okay, this is about the secret of the founder, Master Ryuho Okawa. His secret spiritual truth is reborn of Buddha, and also the core consciousness of Shakyamuni Buddha, which is called El Cantare. Then I want to show you Master's lecture, a short lecture about this truth, which is given in 1991 in Tokyo Dome. Very short one.
For many of you, the name El Cantare might still be new.
Cantare to you. Now, 耳にしてより、まだ日は浅いであろう。
For those who have yet to encounter this truth, it might sound nothing more than a mystery.
真理の縁に触れておらぬ者たちにとっては、その名は不思議な響き以外の何者でもないであろう。El
Cantare means the beautiful land of light, Earth.
ここに地球という意味である。この
It refers to the soul that has been involved since the genesis of the earth, before humankind.
人類の始まりに先立ちてある魂のことを称するのである。またの名を
Another name for him is Shakyamuni Buddha.
大如来という。九次元
The consciousness of the Dharma, as it is in the nine-dimensional world, is my true form.
法の意識、それが私の本当の姿である。私は
I usually don't appear before you in this form, with this appearance.
代わりてあなた方の前には現れてはいけない存在である。しかし
However, I, for the third time, have descended to this earth.
我々この地上にその本心を表したるはこれで3度目となる。いずれも
I have appeared due to a major crisis for humanity, in an era of a new genesis.
未曾有の危機に直面し、新たな創世紀の時代にのみ我は現れたのである。見よ見よ見よ見よ。
Behold, 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 behold.
神の光を
Behold the light of God.
その
Behold its golden rays.
光線を見よ。黄金の
Behold this
光を
golden light.
すべてを
Behold its golden color uniting the seven colored rays of God, embracing all.
光線をまとめ上げたる黄金の色を見よ。それが
Overlapping the memories you saw in the depths of your soul from the distant past.
奥底にてはるかなる昔に見た記憶とも重なるはずである。
Thank you. So here I explain the secret of Lord Elcantara, 4 points. One is, he is the supreme God of the earth. Elcantara is Lord God, the highest God of this earth. And he sent many saviors or kind of a prophet to this earth, like Shakyamuni Buddha, Jesus Christ, Moses, Confucius. These are the disciples of Lord Elcantara. And also they were sent to the earth to save the people in the world. The supreme God, it's the highest God. And secondly, the most mysterious secret even in heaven. His existence and also his name was kind of secret until very recently, even in the heaven. Like high angels, like a Tathagata, archangels, didn't know him before. Only they knew about the kind of rumor about those kind of existences there, but they actually didn't know about him until in Happy Science, Master Oka revealed his real name as Elcantara. That's the reason. Okay, it's revealing your name as a god is like you giving your phone number to everyone. If you reveal your phone number, everyone can phone you. So it's very annoying. So for God, it is not good. Just telling his own real name. Everyone can connect, and everyone's kind of different thought will be coming to him. So they won't do that. So, but recently, Lord Alcantara revealed his name because he wants to save all the people on earth. That's why he revealed his name very recently. He is the creator God, primordial God of the universe, not only in this earth, but also he created universe, stars, planets, and all living creatures, including humans, not only humans on earth, but also aliens, different aliens. So he's a creator God. He's a very, very special God. And his descent is quite exceptional, Once in the 150 million years, not in just once in 1,000 years, no, once in 150 million years. This is quite exceptional. So because of that, many aliens from other planets, other universe, actually come over to this earth to observe the situation. Also, they want to listen to his teaching, which is now told on this earth. Okay, this is a very, very special occasion. Okay. So now we can talk about what is special in Happy Science Faith. This faith, Happy Science Faith, we can directly connect to the Lord God. Can you see that? In Christianity, we will believe in God through Jesus Christ, or Shakyamuni Buddha, Moses, Muhammad. These are the prophets. And through these people, we have faith to God. In Happy Science only, we can have a direct connection, direct belief in God himself. This is amazing. And also, we are allowed to listen to the direct words of God because God himself descend on earth. Usually, it's not happen. God's words were conveyed by prophets. Jesus Christ conveyed God's words because he could communicate with God. Same for the Shakyamuni Buddha also. Usually, the God words were kind of conveyed through prophet. But this time, God himself descended on earth. So we ourselves like a prophet because we can directly hear his words. That is amazing thing. Then we can become the direct disciple to Lord God Alcantara. If you become a disciple or devotee, if you devote to three treasures in Happy Science, you will become the direct disciple to Lord God. It's amazing. There's no other religion like this there in this time, or also in the past and also in the future. Only Happy Science have this kind of a special faith in God. So in Happy Science, we are allowed to have this kind of a special altar. We are called Gohonzon, the statue of Alcantara, or something that represents God, like a wheel of Dharma, which is represent Alcantara. Through this Gohonzon, we can directly connect to the Lord God in your home. That is also amazing. Okay, this is a secret of the founder, Master Yohokawa. Secondly, we're going to talk about the secret about the teachings, Buddha truth. So I'm going to kind of refer to the Master's words in the Laws of the Sun. There is a term, Buddha truth. Buddha truth is a word that we refer to our happy science teaching. Buddha truth is the mind of Buddha, the rules of Buddha, the life of Buddha. This is ever-changing. That is ever-changing. Further, Buddha truth is like a golden thread that waves through the past, present, and future of the humankind. In this context, Buddha is same as God, not like a Shakyamuni Buddha. It's a higher meaning than that. So, the teaching itself is a mind of God, mind of Buddha. Then we went to the further from the teaching of eternal Buddha, one of the most important kyoten, teaching book in happy science. This, you must understand that the teachings are Buddha himself expressed in a different form. To read my teaching is the same as seeing Buddha, seeing God. This universe, this very world, was created based upon my words and my teachings. It's quite amazing. The teaching itself is God. Teaching itself is Buddha. But it reminds us something that in the kind of new philosophy, some people say that your thought is yourself. What you're thinking is you. Okay, you know, like that. Your thought, your physical body is not real you. Your thought, what you are thinking every day is you. Likewise, what the God thinking is the teaching. And teaching itself is God. God has shapeless. God is not a kind of physical thing. God is energy of thinking. That's why God or Buddha himself is a teaching. So if you read Master Walker's book, you are just seeing God or Buddha. Through this teaching, we can see Buddha, God every day. That's amazing. If mistaken, we are all spiritual existence. We must open our eyes to that. This is one thing. Secondly, we can overcome the differences between races and religions and establish an absolute peace on earth. We have many difficulties in modern world between races and religions, especially Christian, the Muslim, fighting each other, also the Jewish people, because of the difference. But through the happy science teaching, we can overcome this kind of difficulties. This is another big point. Then, with the power of science of spirit world that transcends the limit of today's science, it will bring humanity into the age of universe. We have advanced technology and science, but they have their limit because they don't know about spiritual world. They only about materials. They think about only materials, but actually the spiritual world exists, extending far beyond this world. So we must enter into the age of spirituality, even in science and technology. And with that, we can enter in the true age of the universe. That is the next thing we are expecting in the coming centuries, maybe. The next, from this century, maybe. Okay. Next, we are enter into the order of the happy science. What is the secret of the happy science? Happy science was created not by humans, but by God himself. Happy science was created by God himself. And this organization and temples, which spread all over the world, constitute the Buddha's body. Buddha, you can see him as a human, Master Okawa, but his body is not concentrated in his body itself. His body is now spread as an organization. This temple is a kind of a part of his body, Buddha's body, God body. So you were here in the God body today because it is kind of covers of God light. We are in the God light. We are in the God body today. And the spiritual flow of Buddha light runs through the entire order. So God light is coming from the highest heaven to the happy science head temple in Japan and spread worldwide to each temples, and also spread the home altar or like missionary centers everywhere, millions of them. So we are all part of God light, part of organization. And when you become a disciple of happy science, you are become a cell of organ of Buddha's body. We are kind of individual humans. We are separate, but actually we are connected to Buddha, God, through our faith. That is a spiritual reality. Spiritual reality. Now, at the end of this part, I want to share the Master Hoka's video about the membership or the devotee.
Being a devotee of happy science isn't simply about having your name listed as a devotee. It has a much greater meaning. Let me tell you about this point. As some of you may have already read in my books, there are 7 colors of light in the heavenly world. For instance, white is the light of love, mainly led by Jesus Christ. Purple is the light of obedience, mainly led by Confucius. There is also green, which values harmony and art, mainly represented by Taoism. Blue, which is also God's light, symbolizes intellect and philosophy, represented by people like Socrates, Plato, and Hegel. There is also silver of science and technology, mainly led by Newton. But what is occurring now? This movement to bring happiness to all humankind, led by happy science, is under the golden light, the central light of the 7 colors. We are gathering under the central light, which is a color regarding Buddhism. Those who become devotees of happy science will enter this golden light. You will clearly join the spirit group of the golden light. What does it mean to enter this golden light? It means you will work to spread the truth under the golden light in this life. And in the afterlife, you will live as Buddha's disciples. When you leave this world and go to the other world, you will study under Buddhist teachers. Those who believe in Buddhist teachings will come and guide you.
Thank you, Lord. So a devotee member is a special member that can be called a disciple, direct disciple to Lord El Cantare, Master Hokawa. And by pledging a devotion to 3 treasures means Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, which is kind of in line with traditional Buddhism, but a bit different because Buddha is El Cantare Buddha, Master Hokawa. Dharma is a teaching of happy science, not the kind of traditional Buddhism. And then Sangha is happy science order. So by pledging devotion to 3 treasures, we are become disciples El Cantare, which is most privileged and also great honor, but we have a strong mission to save the world. Okay. Now, this is our first part. Then we enter the second part, which is master's lecture. What is the ultimate enlightenment, which is given 1989. And today we are going to watch the heart path, 30 minutes. Okay. And today's background was that Master Oka gave the first lecture in 1987. Then here he given the dozens of lectures and seminars for 3 years to educate the followers like us. And then on 1989 December, he gave today's lecture. And from the next year, 1990, Happy Science started the kind of full-fledged missionary work to spread the truth and kind of inviting new members. So 3 years preparation and then spreading and kind of evolving into the great religion. So this today's lecture is a kind of a turning point of Happy Science activities. Okay, and we watch the first half. So please, you must come next week as well for watch the second half. Okay, and this was given in Japan, Tokyo, Ryogoku Kokuikan, which is a kind of main hall of sumo wrestling. It's a mecca of sumo wrestling. And this reminds some of us, Ame no Miyagami. Ame no Miyagami is very related to sumo wrestling. So you may think like that, but it's a kind of a side topic. Now we watch Master lecture. What is the ultimate enlightenment of the first part of that, 30 minutes or so. Oh, sorry.
Hello. Today's lecture will be the last event for this year. Giving a lecture here in Kokugikan Sumo Arena has been my long-cherished dream. I'm so excited and happy that I can finally make my debut here today. Earlier, I was stomping my feet like a sumo wrestler in the waiting room. It felt very nice to stomp here. The building is quite sturdy, so I felt I needn't worry if anything were to happen. I think I'm starting to understand how sumo wrestlers feel. Compared to the tense atmosphere sumo wrestlers must face in the ring as they fight aggressively, my situation is much less stressful. I'm speaking to 8,000 people who all like to hear about the teachings on the truth. There's no better job than this. We are also blessed with beautiful weather today. We are lucky. This is how I feel. Looking back on this year, we started off with a series of lectures on the True Eightfold Path. At the Happy Science Seminar Hall in January, I've stood at the podium nearly 70 times to give lectures this year. It feels as if the days have passed like a storm.
けれども
Yet, we all know that
私たちは知っています。本当の始
the
まり
true
は
beginning is to come next year.
来年からであるということ。これからが
We have finally reached the starting point.
私たちのスタートの地点であるということ。私たちは
To get off to a
本当の
true
スタート
start,
を切るために今まで
we have diligently learned the truth for 3 years up to this day.
獅子として学習に励み、そうして
And built the foundation.
してきたのではないでしょうか。私は
I
よ
have
く
often told you,
皆さんに申し上げました。広げることよりも
it's more difficult to hold back than to expand.
走ることよりも
It's more difficult to wait than to run.
むしろ難しいと。戦うことよりも
And it's more difficult to endure
耐えることの
than to fight.
むしろ難しいと。そして
Where do these attitudes come
考
from?
えは一体どこから出ているのかというと、ただ
They come from a single idea.
出ているのであります。それはこの
We have such attitudes because they are absolutely necessary
このすべて
for us to keep on winning throughout the decades of our
最
lives
後の日まで勝利を
until the very last day of our lives.
どうしても必要な心がけであるからなのです。待つことを久しい
Those who wait for a long time shall have their days of glory.
日が来るのであります。伏すこと
Those who persevere for a long time shall experience the time to make a leap.
の時が来るのであります。悟りと
Same can be said of attaining enlightenment.
おいても同じことが言えるのであります。繰り返し
Again and again, I have told you,
何度も何度も私は皆さんに呼びかけました。安直に
don't try to attain enlightenment in an instant.
そんな生
Don't
優しい
think that attaining enlightenment is easy.
この道は
The road to enlightenment is hard indeed.
ものであると。引き返せるものなら
Turn back now when you still can.
引き返してほしいと。一旦
Once you have entered this road and started climbing this steep slope,
急傾斜の坂道を登り始めた以上、引き返す
it will be difficult to turn back.
だから
So if you want to turn back, now is the time.
今だと申し上げました。故にこそ幸福の科学に
That's why I have also said that
それ
you
だけ
need
の
a firm
覚悟を
resolve
していただ
to
き
join happy science.
申し上げました。日本の歴史で
For the first time in Japanese history,
こうした団
we
体
started to hold an essay-based membership exam.
それは内容
We're not testing the essay content, but your determination.
それだけ真剣に
We're
求めて
testing to see how seriously you are seeking the truth.
生半可
We don't want people to join us half-heartedly or just for fun.
ないという気持ちです。なぜ
That is because we have entered an age
私たちはもはや己
when we can no longer live for our own happiness alone.
生きることが許されない時代になっているからなのであります。皆さんは
You may have read in my books or heard me say that
言葉でこれから来る時代が危機の時代で
the coming age will be an age of crisis.
聞いたことがあるでしょう。しかしながら
However, there is not a single person in this audience of 8,000 people
一体いかなるものを指し示しているかを知っている
who
人
truly
は
knows or feels what kind of age we are really living in now.
この8000人の中に一人とていないのであります。私はそれを感じ
I can sense this now as I stand in front of you.
おぼろげながら
Perhaps you can vaguely perceive this sense of crisis,
いるのであろうが、しかし
but you don't truly understand it.
ではいないということを感じるのであります。
This is what I feel. I can sense it.
伝わってくるのであります。
You haven't understood it yet. While you are sitting here listening to me, you may vaguely feel a sense of crisis. But what about when you go home? What about when you wake up in the morning? You may think it was like a dream. I think that is how you really feel. We aren't living in a world of visible things only. Believe it or not, in the world you cannot see, a series of changes are occurring on a grand scale at every single moment. Right now, humanity is facing a huge crisis. But at the same time, we have hope. We are standing at the starting point of a new age. Do you understand what this really means? Do you truly understand what is actually happening in the world that cannot be seen? Last month, I published the book, The Rebirth of Buddha. In it, I said that the age in which we are born is always covered in dark clouds. And because we are in an age of crisis, we also have hope for the future. The age of dawn is about to start at the same time. I told you so. That's right. Unless you understand this feeling, there is no point in gathering at Happy Science now. As I speak, I deeply and strongly feel that I myself should not forget even for a moment that we are living in such an age. We have a great mission. You may have been reborn countless times in the past, but there has never been a time as crucial as now. I didn't appear before you as a prophet of bad predictions. I didn't come just to predict the crisis of humanity or the unfortunate events that loom ahead. The bigger the number of bad predictions, the more determined I am to brave the way through this age of crisis, blow away the dark clouds, and clear away the suffering of humanity, which we have never experienced before. That is why I have risen now, to destroy the prophecies of crisis, to prevent the prophecies from being realized, to light the torch of hope in the darkness. My point is not that night is coming. Even if night comes, I shall put a light there. I shall ignite the light of truth. When the world sinks into darkness, light is needed. I came here to say that, but that's not all. I've come here to tell you that we're living in an age in which each of us must become a candle to spread the light. Not only will I tell you that, I won't allow you to leave this world without becoming a candle in this lifetime. I came here to tell you this. In terms of our enlightenment, we are pursuing great harmony. However, this harmony cannot be weak.
争いを
We do not pursue harmony just to avoid conflict.
この調和は我々が
This harmony is necessary for us, each one of us, to be much stronger.
一人一人がもっと強くなるために必要なものであるのです。私たちは
Since we are living in such an age,
そうした時代
as long as we are living in such an age,
無駄な
we cannot waste our time away.
ことはできない。無駄な
We cannot waste our time on trivial
時
thoughts.
間を費やすことはできない。つまらない
We cannot waste our time on petty
時間
worries.
を費やすことはできない。我らは
As long as we are living in physical bodies as humans, our power may be limited.
力は有限かもしれん。しかし
However, the combined force of limited powers is not limited.
ものは有限とはならない。その有
When
限の
limited
力
powers gather one after another,
有限の力が次から次へと集まってきたものはそれは
they form a great surge to be infinite.
大きなうねりになっていくということなのです。数学では
In mathematics, 1 plus 1 makes 2.
私たち
But
の
in the world of the mind, 1 plus 1 doesn't make 2.
ならない。2たす2は4
And 2 plus 2 doesn't make 4.
心
In the
の
world of the mind, in the world of thought energy,
想念の世界においてはこの
and in the world of God's glory,
この世界においては人と
when
人
people
の
join forces, their power will multiply into something greater.
大きなものとなっていく。いや
Actually, it will be far greater than that.
私は
I believe so.
一人一人
The power of each person may be limited.
ものでしょう。与えら
You
れ
may
た
think you are only given limited physical strength,
与えられた時間も与えられた
limited intellect, limited time, and limited financial power.
しかし
However, know this today.
有限のもの
When you're alone, your limited power might diminish as something finite.
朽ち果てるかもしれぬが二
But
人
when you join forces with 1, 2, or more people and create a great surge,
融合してうねりを起こすときそこに
something infinite will begin from that point.
いうことを有限と
You must know that
集まり合って無限なる
something
ものが
infinite will begin when limited powers come together.
なぜならば
Look at what happened to Buddha's laws,
今から2600年前にインドの地で
which Shakyamuni Buddha taught in India 2,600 years ago.
インドを経
They
て
spread across India to Tibet,
中国に
then to China, and eventually to Japan.
それだけの
And can you imagine how many these hearts continuously ignited
火を灯
by the laws over those years?
いやその火
Actually, even now, the light of the truth continues to burn.
いや今
Rather, you could say that the light has started burning most vigorously once again.
良いであろうこのようにそれぞれの
Throughout human history, many people have been born and died again and again.
生まれ死に連
But
綿
their power, thoughts, energy, and love that have continued for generations
その愛は未だ
have never disappeared from earth,
地上から消え去ったことはない今後も
and they never will in the future.
ないであろう私は
To make this infinite power even greater, I am now standing before you once again.
するために今またあなた方の前に立っているあなた方は
You must know this.
ならないあなた方は知らなくてはなら
You
ない
must know that
あなた
a
方
great power is hidden in the mind of each one of you.
その偉大な力に自分
In the several decades since you were born on earth,
数十年間心の中に
you've created dirt and clouds in your mind.
汚れ曇りによってどれほど
By doing so, you've long forgotten that you're essentially a precious
忘
being.
れ去っているかそれが分かる
Can
だろ
you
う
see that?
もっと
Why do you not awaken to the fact that your soul is far greater than you
なぜ
think?
目覚めないのだろうか惜しいではない
It's a great pity.
それだけのものが今
You're currently endowed with a great soul,
というのに自分自身が
and there is a great light within you.
光を有しているというのにこの
But
光
what
を
if you finish your life of several decades without ever letting this light shine forth?
数十年の人生を終えてしまうということはどう考えても
Don't you think it's extremely regrettable?
残念なことだと思えないだろうか。一人一人
Deep inside the mind of each one of you, there is a diamond that shines brilliantly.
ダイヤモンドがあるというのに、何故に
Why do you think it is just a glass jewel?
ガラス細工だと思うのか。私が
I am saying that each one of you is a child of God, a child of Buddha,
の子であるというのに、あなた方一
and
人
that each one of you is a diamond.
であるというのに、なぜそれ
But
を
why do you make fun of it?
なぜそ
Why
れ
do
を
you scoff at it?
バカしいと思う。なぜそれを
Why do you think it's meaningless?
話だと思うのか。皆さん方
You are
自身
truly
が
a precious
価
existence.
値ある存在であり、価値ある
So why do you hesitate to let yourself shine forth as someone of value?
己を輝かせるのに、なぜためら
Why are you afraid of doing so?
なぜひるむ、なぜ
Why do you find it embarrassing?
恥ずかしいことだと思うのか。私は
I dare say to you,
あなた方に言う。人間と
the
して
first step to living as a
生
human
きていくための第一歩は、己の
is to be aware of who you are.
存在が一体何者であるかを気づくところにあるのです。己の
If you
存在が
live this
何者
lifetime without knowing who you are,
気づくことをなくして今世を終えたとするならば、あなた方
it means your life was in vain.
生きたということになる。両手に
It means you threw away the handful of treasures like gold and silver
金銀財宝をドブの中
into the sewage.
そんなバカな
Why would you do such a foolish thing?
まだ
You may be forgiven if you simply don't believe in it.
許されるかもしれない。もっと愚かな
The
人
world today is full of people who are more foolish than that.
満ちている。どのような人
You
たち
can probably imagine what kinds of people they are.
であろう。そう
That's right.
真実の生き方に
They laugh and mock at people who have awakened to the true way of life.
彼らを上昇し、嘲笑い、自
By
分
doing so, they not only reduce their own value, but also lead many others into the depths of worldly desires.
引っ張って
There are people who do these things.
いることなのです。その
As long as you are living on earth in a physical body,
地上に肉体を持って生きている以上、
such temptations may seem tremendously alluring to you.
あれるかもしれない。しかし、
But stop and think at times of temptation.
踏みとどまって考えよう。踏みとどまって
Hold on and ask yourself,
自分という
is my value so insignificant that it can be swayed
一人や二人の、あるいはそれ以
by
上
the remarks of just one or two people or several others?
言説によって揺り動かされるような、そんなちっぽけなものであったのだろうか。自分が
Is the holiness of my mind, which I have awakened to, so insignificant?
そんなちっぽけなものであったのだろうか。そんな
Is it something so uncertain?
あったのだろうか。むしろ罪は
The sin doesn't lie in those people.
己自身の自覚がいかに
The heart of the problem lies in how small and weak your own awareness was.
そこに問題があるということなのだ。ゆえに
So once you have set foot on the road to the truth,
一旦入ったものは、たと
no
え
matter how difficult a situation may befall you,
自らの周りに打ってこようとも、たとえ
no matter what environment may await you, you must not make that an excuse.
考えていたとしても、それを言い訳にしてはならない。そうした
All difficult situations arise from the weakness of your mind.
自身の心の弱さに起因するのである。己の
Your
弱
weakness
さは
is your own responsibility,
己自身の責任によって生じているのである。他人によって
not of others.
他の
Even when others seem like they are trying to shake you up
あなた方の心をぐらつかせ、あなた方
or make you stumble over a small stone,
見えたとしても、それを
don't regard them as evil.
ではならない。それはあなた
You
方
must think that
自身のその
they are helping you to test whether your determination and awareness are real.
であるかどうかを試してくださっているのだと思わなければならない。他人の
You are now being tested to see if you can live out the journey of life as your own responsibility.
ができるかどうかを
without blaming others or the environment.
いるのだと思わなくてはならない。今日は
Today's talk is about enlightenment. But to put it another way,
言葉を変えれば
enlightenment is a way to triumph in life on earth,
めることが困難であるところのこの
a place where it is very difficult to awaken spiritually.
していくための道であるということだ。勝利へ
The
の
way to victory is the way to enlightenment.
あるということなのだ。この
To become a winner in this world,
勝利するためにはまず
first, you must know that you are punting the boat of your own life.
自らの人生の舵を取っているということを知らなくてはならない。自ら
You
が
must know that you have full responsibility for your own life.
責任を持っているということを知らなくてはならない。誰のせいでもな
You
い。
cannot blame anyone.
自分自身が過去数十年
You yourself have formed the present life as a result of living for several decades.
認めなくてはならない。潔く
You must honestly admit it.
自分の
You must know that taking responsibility for your own life is the first step to becoming a winner.
知らなくてはならない。勝利への一歩
That is the first step to victory.
ならない。
Now, all 8,000 of you here, listeners here are hard to think. How much responsibility can you take for your own life?
現在
You may be dissatisfied with your current situation,
方に不満もあろう。不運であ
or think you have been unlucky.
未だ幸福
You may not be happy yet,
あるだろう。中
or may just be moderately happy.
であろう。しかし
However, how many of you can look back at the several decades of your life
全てを我が
and accept your life as a manifestation of your thoughts at the end of each day?
受け止め、そして今日一日
And how many of you can determine anew how you should live from tomorrow?
がどれだけいるか。そう思った
When you think like this, you may shed tears over your weakness.
それで
That's good.
それでこそ勝利するため
Only then can you take the first step toward victory.
言えるのだ。あなた方は
You must discipline yourself strictly.
厳しく律していかねばならな
You
い。
must not be easy on yourself.
ではならない。人間は
Humans are designed to pursue happiness,
を求めるように作られているが、この幸
but
福
they often head in the wrong direction as they pursue happiness.
ともすれば間違った方向に捉えていくことが多いのだ。間違った方
What is the wrong direction?
それは
It is the direction of self-indulgence,
甘やかす方向に自分自身が
an easy way out.
楽な方向に流れていくことだ。しかし
But I will say this again and again.
繰り返して言っておこう。そうした生き方は
Taking the easy way may make you happy for some
あ
time.
なたを幸福にすることもあるであろう。現に
Some of you may actually be experiencing happiness by being easy on yourself.
幸福感を今味わっている者もいるであろう。けれども私
But I
は
dare say to you,
そういう幸福は陰ろうの
such happiness is like the heat haze.
朝日
It
が
is as ephemeral as frost that melts away with the sunrise.
霜のような儚い幸福であるということを己の心
Be strict with your mind.
己の
Take responsibility for your own life.
そこから全て
Everything will start from there.
皆さ
You
ん
may
が
be unhappy now,
不幸であるのは神のせい
but the fault is not with God, your guardian spirit, parents, siblings, or friends.
友人たちのせいでもありません。その
What makes your current state of mind is
作っているのは日
the
々
thoughts you've chosen to have every day and in every moment.
が選択しているところのその思いにあるのです。その思いの
It is the result of your accumulated thoughts.
思いが積み重ね
You have accumulated various thoughts to create your current state of mind.
ができてきたのです。それが
It shows who you are.
あなた自
That
身
is you, yourself.
あなた自
To
身
know who you are, you don't need to look at the facts of the past.
過去の事実だけを見る必要はない。過去の
Just look at your thoughts in the past. That's you.
そして
And some years or decades from now,
何年か何十年か後にはここにいる
the 8,000 people here will all leave this world.
全て地上を去ることになるわけでありますが、その時
At that time, when you leave this
その
world,
時に自らが
you will know who you are by reviewing the life you lived on earth.
自ら自身のこの地上での人生の姿そのものの回顧にあるということです。姿と
The life you lived is not an accurate expression.
皆さん
You will be shown a chain of your
自身の連
thoughts.
鎖がそこに示されるのです。作り
They will be shown on a screen like a movie.
画面だけで
You'll see not only your image, but also your thoughts and your character. In a photograph, everyone appears decent on the outside.
立派な見なりをしておりますが、心
But
の
what if the screen showed the thoughts you had during several decades?
どういうふうになるかわかりますか。それは
You'd most probably deny that it's you. You'll say, there's no way.
そんなはずではないというのです。なぜなら
That is because your mistaken or shameful thoughts will manifest as yourself.
持って生きている人はその姿がそういう姿に映るからなのです。皆さんはこれ
You'd
が違う
say, that's not me, it's similar but not me.
だと言うでしょう。いやしかしそれが
But that image shows who you are.
あなた自
If you want to
身が
know if it's truly you,
認めたくば心の
examine the thoughts that have constantly passed through your mind.
点検してみてください。そうすれば
Then you'll no longer be able to deny that the image is you.
あったことを否定はできないはずです。自
The
分が
responsibility of not knowing how you truly are lies with you.
いかなるものであったかを知らなかったというその責任は己自身
And
に
not with anyone else.
他人にはない。自分の姿を
Is it not your own eyes that have failed to see yourself correctly?
そういう見
To
方を
avoid making such a mistake,
正しく
you have been taught to see rightly.
教えられているのではないのか。八章
The
の中に
Eightfold
は
Path includes right
正
view.
が入っているはずです。正しく見る
Seeing rightly is the first step.
目に映るものを
It's easy to perceive what the eye catches,
簡単です。しかし
but it doesn't mean you see things rightly.
正しく見るとは
Seeing rightly means to look at yourself, others, and the world
他人の姿をそしてこの世界
from
の
the perspective of God.
見るということなのです。違ったふうに
I'm sure you see things differently, so you must find what is wrong.
見なくてはならない。それが
If you can't do so now,
ないというならば、やがて
you'll be forced to look at yourself in several years or several decades
自身がこれが自分ではないというその言葉を撤回する
until you take back the words, this is not me.
それがあなた
You must admit that it is you.
自身なのです。今
If you don't look at yourself rightly while you are still living on earth,
生きている最中に自分自身の正しき姿を見つめることなくば必
you'll
ず
definitely be forced to reflect on where you went wrong later on.
理解ざるを得なくなるのです。私たちは
We don't want to keep making such mistakes and live a life full of debt.
多いような生き方をしたくはありません。そうではありません。
Don't you agree?
せっかく人間として
Having been born as human beings and as we try to live respectably,
その人生を閉じるところま
we
で
don't want to remain ignorant of our real selves until the end of our lives.
そんな生き方をしたくありません。そうではない。
Don't you think so?
ならば
If so, be strict with yourself right now.
己に厳しくあれ。人間は
Humans tend to be easy on themselves.
どうしても自分に甘くなるのです。己に
While they
甘
are easy on themselves, they are very cold and cruel to
く
others.
な残忍なそういう
They tend to have such
生き方を
thoughts.
するのです。なぜなら
This is because we can't feel an ounce of other people's pain,
自分の感覚としてわかるのだけれども他人様が
even though we can feel our own
感
pain.
じないからです。自分のこと
We
だ
think it's none of our business.
人の心を自
But
分の
unless we can feel other people's pain as our own,
にならなければ神のこと
we
は
can't
見えない
call
Okay. Thank you, Lord. This is the end of today's lectures part. Okay. I will give some kind of a comment, a wrap, summarizing with comment. Okay, we have 4 points for today's lecture, first part. Firstly, we need to know the perception of the day, the error, today's error. This is the first point. Secondly, awaken to your true self. This is a very important point. Then comes a happy science movement that unites and multiplies our powers. Then, the key to victory, the mindset of self-responsibility. It's very kind of severe teaching. We tend to be lenient to ourselves, but we must be stern to ourselves. Okay, first perceptual error. Okay, it was 1989. We know the Nostradamus prophecy is very kind of fearful one. Also, we have a hope for the future. We can find that in happy science. You may know the name of the king of terror, or king of Angormor, which appears in the lyrics from the Nostradamus, which might have the meaning of the end of the world. Very scary prophet. But against that backdrop, Master gave us the Lord of the Sun, coming of the golden age, which means a future, hope of the hopeful future from 21st century. That's the meaning of Lords of the Sun, and that's the meaning of El Cantare, happy science. And we are spreading hope to defeat this kind of fearful future. But still now, it's ongoing. We recently have Master's teaching, the laws of hell. The last battle between light and darkness are still ongoing in this very harsh world. You know the threat of the nuclear war everywhere. Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, and also in Southeast, East Asia. So these kind of difficulties. Also, we have natural disasters all over the world. In this background, we must spread the teaching of God, teaching of Messiah, to save the world. This is a perception of error. That's why happy science is very active. Then awaken to your true self. Awaken to yourself. What is your true self? It is Buddha nature. We are all child of Buddha. We are not just an animal like a physical body. That we are a spiritual existence that is a child of Buddha, who have a Buddha nature, the same quality to become Buddha or God-like existence. So each person, each of you or each of us might think that we are not kind of not big one, not a meaningless person, but actually not. We all have Buddha nature. We all have valuable life, existence in reality. Then we are eternal disciple of Buddha, not only this lifetime, but also through reincarnations. Also in the future times, if you join the happy science, you are the eternal disciple of Buddha. That is a true self. And then we are the ones who walk the path to enlightenment as a bodhisattva of light. Bodhisattva of light is a Buddhist term which is similar to angels. We are walking the path to become angels in Christian terms. So everyone was a child of God who should be walking the path to kind of angels. Everyone was expected to that. But many people don't think religion is good because they are immersed in the materialistic life. But it is not their mission. We have a mission. We have a purpose of life. That is walk the path to enlightenment. We must know that, the truth. The master teaching, the Buddha's rebirth of Buddha, Buddha taught us, far in the past, in the land of India, you must have heard my speak. Thousands of times of thousands of my eternal disciples who heard my teaching in the land of India, you must awaken. You are still indulging yourself in deep sleep. How can I start my true work when you remain asleep? When I awaken, all my disciples must awaken as well. When I speak, all my disciples must gather to me. Buddha is on earth. He teaches us his great teachings. So we must awaken to his words and gather as a disciples. This is our age. We may think we are kind of nothing, like a coal or pebble or stone. Worthless. We are worthless. Many people think like that. But actually, we have value, great value. We are uncut diamond, rough diamond. So you must awaken to that. We have a valuable existence. We have a great possibility. If you polish yourself hard every day, little by little, then someday we become a brilliant diamond. That is a desire of Buddha. Buddha desires everyone to become a diamond, like existence, shining forth. Everyone has a possibility. Everyone has a possibility to become brilliant, to give forth a great light. How can we do that? How can we do that? How can we make our inner light shine forth? First, watch Master Ryohokawa's videos, lectures, and reading Master's books. This is the most effective way. By listening to Buddha's words, our Buddha nature start to awaken. You are already watch Master's lecture a little bit, but please keep watching or listening to Master's lecture repeatedly. Master gave many lectures. Many lectures. Most of them are in Japanese with subtitle or voiceover, and some of them are English or even in Chinese. No Chinese, sorry. But we can, as you try to listen to the Master's lecture or reading his book, your Buddha nature awaken every day, little by little. Not in a leap, but you make a kind of come to the instantly, but you can polish ourselves daily by daily. Also, practicing the teaching to your daily life to change yourself. You can read something important to your life and apply you to your life. And try to change yourself every day, every night. That is the way we do. Then, join Happy Science seminars, in which we have a contemplation, meditation, self-reflection. That is the way we do polish ourselves like a diamond. Then, join the Happy Science movement. Join the Happy Science movement of giving love. Giving love is the most important aspect of Happy Science practice. It's like a missionary work to save people, spread the teaching. Or happiness planting, it's a different word of donation in Happy Science. Also, we have a social activities sometimes we do. Okay. Through these opportunities, we can polish ourselves little by little to become a great diamond. Please remember that. So, third, unite and multiple our powers. That's because we have this kind of temple, organization, local temples, Sangha. We gather here together and unite our power. And also sometimes we polish ourselves through the kind of mutual understanding or mutual teaching through this kind of seminars, Sunday service, or the other occasions, or we are also practice spreading the truth in many occasions every day. So through these opportunities, we can polish ourselves together. This is one of the greatest things of the Happy Science organization. Last thing is mindset of self-responsibility. It is very difficult, but important. One thing is that you are the accumulation of all your thoughts and deeds in this life, from the birth, or even before that, through reincarnations. We have multiple reincarnations, not like a dozen or 100, even more. Many reincarnations we went through. And through this reincarnation, plus this lifetime, we accumulated our thoughts and deed. Some of them is good, some of them is normal, some of them might be bad, not good. But through this reincarnation, we made a kind of a bad karma, bad tendencies. So we must know that it's our responsibility, own responsibility. Present you, present me is our own responsibility, not others, not your parents, not your teacher. You yourself made yourself. That is a self-responsibility. So never blame others or the environment to your unhappiness and misfortune. Never blame others and the environment. And also you must know, you can recreate yourself by you from this moment on. You created yourself so far, but you can recreate yourself from now on. Change yourself. Change yourself. That is the most important part. So you study the truth and self-reflect and take courageous steps to change your mind and actions. So in this way, we can create a better self, better future of ourselves, and better future of our community, of the world. Okay, lastly, I want you to practice some self-reflection about yourself. It is given by Master Ryohoka's guidance, but you must blame yourself, blame environment and other people. This is a self-reflection of self-responsibility. It will be 10 minutes, okay? So please just sit relaxed, sit, put away your writing or something like that. Phones, please take away your phones, take aside, and start breathing calmly, and relax. And you will listen to Master's guidance with English translation, and please follow Master's guidance about self-reflection.
それでは再び合唱のポーズをお願いします。
Please take the position of prayer again.
軽く呼吸を整えて
Gently harmonize your breathing.
目は静かに閉じてください。
And close your eyes.
深い呼吸に入ります。
Please take deep breaths.
あなたは今、他人や環境のせいにしていることがありませんか？
Are you currently blaming others or the environment for something?
あなたは今、自分の思い通りにならないことを他人のせいや環境のせいにしていませんか？
Are you currently blaming others or the environment for things that are not going your way?
その点について反省してみてください。
Please reflect on this point.
Thank you, Lord.
では静かに目を開けて合唱を解いてください。
Slowly open your eyes and rest your arms.
他人のせいにする心、環境の
A mind that
せいに
blames others or the environment
こういう心は卑怯な心
is a
であります。
cowardly mind.
修行者であると
If you acknowledge yourself as a seeker of truth,
勇気を持って
you must consider various assignments and problems in life with courage
問題を自らの責任において自らの
and think of them as nourishment for your
糧
soul.
だと思わなくてはなりません。どのような
Whatever difficulty or suffering you may be experiencing,
あろうとも自らを律し
you must discipline yourself, do as much as you can do,
ことをなして解決に
and be ready to tackle and solve them.
必要であります。自分の中に
If you find a cowardly mind within you, you must remove it at once by asking yourself, was there anything I could have done, or are there any other ways? And always turn it around to be your own problem and work to solve the issue. By doing this, your soul will enlarge its capacity even greater. As long as you are blaming others or the environment, the capacity of your soul will never increase. Understanding everything to be a part of the process for your discipline, or as nourishment, this is where a great capacity is realized. Then, within the flow of time, the soul shines brighter and acquires virtue.
Thank you, Lord Elcantara. You may have felt that your mind is cleared and filled with the light of God. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is the end of today's Sunday service. And next week, we have a special Leisure celebration. And also, we watch the Master Lecture latter half, which is more powerful, energetic. Please join again. Thank you very much for joining.